what is your hobby? And I thought for a while. I looked up, I got my hands on my face, I kept thinking, and after some time, after thinking for a while, I said, my hobby is thinking. And when I say my hobby is thinking, many people, they think that this guy must be lazy, because if he likes thinking, probably he does not like doing other things. And my dear friend, this idea, I used to believe on the same idea as well. I used to think, I think a lot, it means I am probably lazy. That was my big belief, but later on I realized that thinking, it requires hell amount of energy. And so does speaking as well. Thinking consumes hell amount of energy, and so does speaking as well. When I'm giving my seminars for like 3 hours, jumping in the floor, rocking the stage, doing a lot of crazy things, loudly, and by freaking out and creating a lot of energy out there, when I'm speaking for like 3 hours in my seminar or giving out training for like 3 days or 30 days, my dear friends, we have to release a big amount of energy, and sometimes when walking the roadside, some people, they come to me and then they say, Sonak, you speak so good, you speak so well, why don't you work as well? And that idea really hit me for a long duration of time, and it was one day when I was thinking, and then I realized that the amount of energy which that guy releases when he's working for 7 days, that is the amount of energy which I release when I'm in the stage for only like 3 hours. How can he say? And I was like, how can you say that I do not work? Working is creating a movement and releasing some amount of energy. That is what working is all about, my dear friends. And the name of this guy right now out here, the name of this guy is Sonak. And all I do is, I like to think, I rethink, I write, I innovate, I decide, and then I communicate. And it has been 10 years since I have been doing what I'm doing right now. It has been 10 years since I have been in the field of empowering people. Since I have been in the field of raising people's awareness, taking them to the next level, and helping them to build their skills. I work with business people, I work with politicians, I work with sportsmen, I work with teachers, I work with students, I work with professors, I work with people of different walks of life in different countries, my dear friends. 10 years, lovely journey indeed. And today, my dear friend, the interesting thing is today in this storytelling platform, today, I'm not really going to share my story. Today out here, I'm going to tell you your story. Today in this platform, my dear friends, I'm going to talk about the story of human life. Today out here in this platform, my dear friends, I'm going to talk about thinking itself. Because where does thinking come from? Thinking comes from mindset. And when we talk about mindset, there are a couple of questions that strikes our head. First question when we talk about mindset, first question, what are the types of mindset? The second question that hits our head, what kind of mindset do I have? And out here in this section, my dear friend, all I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight few of the classification of mindset completely based on the observation of this particular guy. So my dear friend, let me move ahead. So in this season of Toasters, for the first time happening in Nepal, let me welcome to you the first stage of mindset of life, and that is survival mindset. Survival mindset. The mindset on which all you want to do is you want to survive. The mindset on which all you want to do is you want to live. The mindset on which, the mindset that tells you to do anything which is necessary for you to be in this system. The mindset that tells you to do anything which is necessary for you to be in this particular body. The mindset that tells you to be attached with your body. Do not let go of your body. Just survive, continue surviving. Animals, most of the animals, they live with survival mindset for the entire of their life. What do? They eat. What do? They take rest. What do? They reproduce. What do? They eat again. What they do is they really want to survive. And there are many human beings, how they live their life is they live their life in the mode of survival, my dear friends. But one thing is to be noted. Every one of us who are out here, once in a while, we go to survival mode. As for example, if there is a tiger running behind you, you would not really want to click selfie with the tiger, isn't it? Your survival mode of life will be on, and you want to run. And you actually want to run real fast. Probably you run faster than someone in the Olympic as well. Why? Because your survival mode of life is activated at that moment of time. Out there in this seminar, there's one thing I'm pretty sure about. I'm not sure if you have survival mindset, but one thing I'm sure about is, even if you have survival mindset, your survival mode is not activated right now. Your survival mindset is not really working right now. Why? Because if your survival mode would be on right now, you would not be joining this event and watching this show, isn't it? And also, for the guys who are watching this video in the YouTube, you would not be watching this video if your survival mode was on. So that takes me to the next stage of mindset of life, my dear friends. Let me welcome to you the next stage. The name of the next stage is, this what I call as the settlement mindset. The mindset on which all you want to do is you want to settle down in life. Why? Because you are tired of the uncertain things of life. Because you are tired of having a lot of stress in life. Because you are tired of having and facing a lot of fears in life. You want to settle down now. What drives you crazy is the desire to settle down, the desire to have some salary, the desire to have a good job, the desire to have a good family, the desire to have good security in life, the desire to have a lot of social media accounts, the desire to simply stay there silently and just enjoy your life, the desire to settle down, my dear friends. That is what drives when you are having settlement mindset when you're living your life, my dear friend. That is what is really going to drive you when you're having settlement mindset. And there are many people in the country, they are driven by this mindset to settle down. They don't want ambition, they don't care about it. All that they care about is, I simply want to be here. I want to settle down. And you must have heard a lot of people coming to you and advising you, go down, go to that place. Face that interview, get that job, settle down. Go to that place, get that interview, get the visa, go to that country, settle down. The whole of the people, the whole of the civilization is actually advising you. A lot of people in the civilization, they're advising you to settle down because they think settlement is the ultimate goal, and that's totally right. When you have that mindset, that concept is absolutely right. And now it takes you to the third kind of mindset. And in this kind of mindset, very interesting, in this kind of mindset, survival does not drive you. In this kind of mindset, settlement does not drive you. What drives you is the happiness of life. What drives you is the joy of life. What drives you is the laughter. What drives you is the excitement. What drives you is the positive sensation of life. This is what I call is the pleasureful mindset of life. Now you may be thinking, dear Sonapur, you know what? I probably belong to the same category. I doubt. Maybe you belong to this category, maybe not. Because I mean, every one of us, we have survival mode once in a while. But those people who have every one of us, we have pleasureful mindset once in a while, but those people whose pleasureful mindset is activated, they see their life from the same perspective every single time. Now, in the journey of understanding the wisdom of life, one day I was walking in the roadside, there came a guy, he said to me, Sonu bro, you know what? I don't want to change myself, I'm happy being happy. And then I thought for a while, what is his definition of happiness? Then I realized he was talking about the happiness which he gets when he is having fun, when he is gathering with his friend, having his fun time, when he is like traveling with friends. That is the kind of happiness he was talking about. And then I thought even deeper, and then I realized there are three kinds of fun that we can have in our life. First kind of fun, the fun which will excite you today, and maybe it will destroy you tomorrow. Alcohol. It excites you today, hangover on you tomorrow. The second kind of fun, the fun that excites you today, and it brings no difference on you tomorrow. Going to a party, having a great time. Going to a concert, having a great time. Watching a movie, having a great time. The third kind of fun, the kind of fun that excites you today, and it also helps to build your tomorrow. Writing diary. Such an amazing habit. It excites you on your today. And it also helps you to build your tomorrow. Riding a bicycle. Wow. It excites you today. It creates more happiness hormones on your body. And also it helps you to design to build better health for your tomorrow. It helps you in thousands of ways, you see. And being in pleasureful mindset, absolutely fine, absolutely awesome. The only point that we need to note is, what is my definition of pleasure in life? What kind of fun do I want to engage myself into? Find out the answer, live the answer. And even when you are in pleasureful mindset, probably you can grow much more in your life or you live your life. Now it takes us to the next category of life, which I call is any guesses? Any guesses? Okay, now let me not waste much time. No guesses at all. The fourth mindset, and this one I call is the achievement mindset. Prestige, popularity, influence, power, the desire to be unique in life, and I subdivided it into three more categories. The first category of achievement mindset is, I want to do something in my life. I want to get something in my life. I want to be something in my life. I want to have something in my life. I want to do something while I'm living. I want to be better than my friends. The first category of achievement mindset. The second category of achievement mindset, now I don't just want to do something in my life. I want to be freaking ambitious in my life. I want to have big goals. I want to be the best of the best of the best. I want to be at a certain height in my life. And you know what ambitious people they really think of? They have superlative dreams in their life. I want to have the biggest, the highest, the tallest, the greatest. Either I want to have it, or I want to become it, or something else, my dear friends. Now there is the third category of achievement mindset. Third category. Now in this third category, it is absolutely special. In this third category, what does not drive you, what may not really drive you, is being on top or being the greatest person of the world. What may drive you is the desire and the willingness to create a craft which has not yet been seen by mankind. What really drives you is to create a highway in a destiny which has not yet been walked by other people around you. They want to create a new highway for the generation. They want to create a new definition for the society itself. Who are they? They are the masterpiece ones. Who are they? They are the legends. Who are they? They are the outliers. Who are they? They are the definition makers for the society. And my dear friends, you know what? Some of them, I believe they are destined to be on that direction. Some of them, they make it. Some of them, they are gifted. Some of them, they create it. Some of them, they can create out the miraculous creation in the world, and some of them, they are not even counted. Because whose story of failure do we hear? We hear the story of failure of those people who are successful, isn't it? We do not hear the story of failures of those people who tried and could not really do anything in life. And probably they are the ones who tried real hard with a masterpiece attitude, but actually failed it, my dear friends. The third category of achievement is the masterpiece attitude. First, survival mindset. Second, I gave you the settlement mindset. Third, the pleasureful mindset. Fourth, the achievement mindset. Now, probably many of you may be thinking this must be the end. Yes, and if you're thinking that way, that thinking is absolutely obvious. Why? Because we are living in industrial age. We are not in enlightenment age. We are not in philosophical age. We are living in industrial age, and that kind of concept is totally fine. But today I'm going to push it forward and give you two more classification of mindset of life, my dear friends. Let me welcome you to the fifth stage of classification of life. And this is absolutely interesting for me. I have met a couple of people of this category, and they absolutely freaking out style. They literally inspire my head out. These people, they do not care about career. These people, prestige, power, influence, popularity, they're out of it. They're out of the definition of success given by our society. Because tell me, what is the definition of success created by our society? Now tell me, I'll tell you what. Good looks, good personality, having a good score on your examination, having a good business, having a good job, having good prestige, having good popularity, having an influence, being able to make a difference in the society. That is the collective definition of our society about success, isn't it? And these people, they may give priority to some of this. Yes, they may give priority to some of this. Yes. But their focus of life is on different direction. Fear does not drive them. Being an inspiration for other people does not drive them. Ambition does not attract them. What attracts them? What drives them then? Curiosity drives them. Exploration drives them. Seeking drives them. Service with no freaking expectation in life drives them. Personal definition of life, not influenced by social definition. Personal values, they literally drive them. My dear friends, real growth, not the outer growth, but the real, genuine inner growth drives them. Some of these people, they also belong in the category of masterpieces, yes indeed. Some others, they are highly spiritual as well. These are the crazy folks. They do not have the desire to be unique, but they are the unique ones. They are literally the unique ones. You meet them, you see them from that perspective, and you'll be like, wow, this is the kind of life I want to be. It is that inspires me. And saying that, my dear friends, I want to take you to the final, last, sixth category of mindset of life. People of this category, my dear friends. Now, look at this. People of this category of life, they may want survival, but they do not fear survival. Wow. They may want settlement, but they are not scared about settlement. They may want to contribute, but they do not want personal achievements in life. You see, they have taken themselves to that particular stage of life. I call them the realized ones. I call them the awakening ones. I call them maybe, some of them may be awakened ones. And in this classification, there are hundreds of more classifications under it, which this guy in this stage right now, who really looks jungly, he's not unaware about. He's totally unaware about. And my dear friends, I call them the universal beings. I call them the ones with a universal mindset. Let me make it a little easy for you. There was a guy in the community, I met him. And when I met him, when I was having conversation with him, what I realized was he was absolutely tuned with his community. Wow. Absolutely connected and attached with his community. He would go out there, bring out opportunities and give it to the community. He would not give opportunity to the other community that actually deserved it more. He would give to his community. Why? Because it was his community. Because he was attached with that community. Or in other words, his perception of self was connected with that particular community. My dear friends, there are some other people whose perception of self is connected with their caste. They want to give more priority to the people of their caste than someone else who is more needing it. Now there are some other people, like many of us, we give high priority to the people who are in our organization than the people of other organizations who are needing it. Why? Because these people, they are mine. These people, they are under me. I need to take care of these people, isn't it? The only point is their perception of self is connected with that particular organization. And there are some other people who take their level of perception of life to a higher level. And what they say is, it is not about caste, it is not about community, it is not about a company, it is about a country. We are born in this country, so we're going to do something for this country. That is what they really say, my dear friends. And you know what? There are some people who take their level of awareness to even higher level, and what they say is, it is not about the country, it is about the continent. It is about the continent. Now for them, you see, for them what happens is, a Nepali or Indian, they belong to the same continent, so it is totally the same story for them. Now there are some other people who take their level of perception to even a higher level, and what they say it is not about country, it is not about the continent, it is about humans. We gotta do for humans, be it American, be it Indian, be it Chinese, be it Nepal. They all are humans, we gotta take care of every one of them. Because they have taken their level of perception to a higher level. Not just rationally, not just because that is the policy of that organization, but because they actually believe on that particular thing, my dear friends. And you know what? There are some other people who take their level of perception to even a higher level. And what they say is, it is not just about human being. It is about every animals, every birds, every human being. They are a piece of life. So it is about life instead. My dear friends, I can define myself in hundreds of ways, isn't it? I am Sona. I am Bhatta. I am from Dhangari. I am a Nepali. I am an Asian. I am from Earth. I can define myself in hundreds of ways. The question for me is, which definition do I literally want to believe in? What level of perception do I want to take myself into in my life? And universal beings, the people with the universal mindset, they do not want to settle for anything less than the universe itself. They do not want their perception of self to be tied up by small things. They want to take themselves to that height, and they are the ones with the universal mindset. My dear friends, these are the 6 mindsets that I just told you. The first, survival mindset. Second, the settlement mindset. Third, the pleasureful mindset. Fourth, the achievement mindset. Fifth, the seeking mindset. And sixth, the universal mindset. Now the question for you is, what kind of mindset do you belong to? Maybe you belong to one of these mindsets. Maybe you are a mixture of multiple mindsets. Maybe your mindset changes with time, it changes with age, it changes with your circumstances in life. That depends on your story of life. And in my case, my dear friends, I'm sharing this idea does not really mean that I have lived it all. I am simply a student of life. And in this journey of becoming a student of life, one thing I fully realized is, inner success is the most important zone of success in our life, no matter what. That inner success, and one of the ways to get that inner success or walk in the process of inner success, because inner success is not a destiny, it is a process. One of the way of walking in that journey of inner success is by consistently raising your perception, your mindset, and your awareness of life, my dear friends. That professor asked me, "Sona, what's your hobby?" And I said, my hobby is thinking. And now I say my hobby was thinking, because now I realize, my dear friends, that thinking, our life, what we have, I mean, the things that we have, it cannot completely be understood by the perception of thinking, by the idea of thinking, by our potential of thinking. Life can be much more beyond. All I want to recommend you is, at the end of the day, keep working on your perception, keep working on your mindset, keep working on your level of awareness. And what will happen with life will give you miracles which will be difficult for you and your mind to perceive it to be real. I wish you all the very best. Continue to strive towards your highest self. All the best, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone.